Nice serve. Nice serve, able to be returned. And they'll lob it over. Nice trick play there by the Dukes. And then on that move, he saved it by Edgewood. Nice save there. And they're going to set up for Charcel. Good serve, she goes across. Nice serve there. Conceal blocks for the spike. And it'll be 17-11. Big block there by the Dukes. Billy, Young, Graffis, nice spike. And that'll be inbounds that time. Nice serve there. And tip back over. Hilliard to Charchon and 24-14. Take that one out, Young. To Graffis. That'll be a big spike. In front of her student section there. And it's up and over and Seal. We'll dig that one out and we'll tip it over and hit the net. Here and Phil Young for Charchon and Seal will be able to take that one out. Be awarded to the Duke. Young over to Graffis and not able to dig that one out. As Seal goes rolling across the floor there. Make it 17-9. And she does. Hilliard to Young to Graffis, big spike there. Nice serve. Good across and nice tap over there by Graffis and the Dukes will.
You are invited we are gentlemen to please remove your hats, and everyone that is able to please stand for the playing of our national anthem. The officials assigned to this game have met all the requirements set forth by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been selected for their important role for the system approved by the Board of Directors and includes the involvement of coaches and athletic administrators at participating schools. The officials for this game are Lisa Horner, Kimberly Tolan, and the line judges are Grace Elhart and Neil Kine. The student athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and you are requested to treat them with respect in keeping with the ideals of good sportsmanship. Now to meet the teams. The visitors on the scoreboard, the Holy Name Green Wave. Head coach, Boyan Miocinovich. Assistant coaches, Holly Altman, Maddie Mullen, and David Saldana. Your non-starters. Number 1, Cindy Dearden. Number 3, Isabella Dinya. Number 4, Gracie Ann. Number 5, Lillian Stewart. Number 8, Allison Orza. Number 13, Allison Tomica. Number 14, Brianne Baker. And number 20, Alicia Murray. I missed number 9, Avery Friso. The starters, number 6, Hayden Wells. Number 7, Alyssa Forgas. Number 8, Allison Orchek. Number 10, Genevieve Alfredis. Number 11, Kenzie Watson. Number 12, Reagan Navro. And the captain, number 16, Cassandra Bauer. The home team on the scoreboard, the Marlington Dukes. Head coach, Stephanie Tortola. Assistant coaches, Casey Krupko and Amy Coleman. The non-starters, number 2, Amaya Sickles. Number 3, Marissa Casco. Number 4, Reese Hagan. Number 9, Justine Duringo. Number 11, Emma Boyce. Number 12, Reagan Frank. Number 21, Ella Wittensolder. The starters, number 13, Danica Sharshone. Number 18, Rosalind Hurst. Number 23, Callie Young. Number 5, Claire Babshell. Number 17, libero, Jackson Hilliard. And the captain, number 22, Lane Graffos. Good luck, ladies.
All right, and with that, we're underway here. Regional finals at Harry Fales Gymnasium as the Marlington Dukes take on Holy Name. The right will move on to the state semifinals. I have 2 ladies recommended by the head coach of the Marlington Dukes. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves before we get started.
I'm Zoe Peck. I graduated from Marlington in 2018. I then played at Ashland University after that, so I'm really pumped up to watch the Dukes today. Hopefully we can get a win, and I'll let Sydney go.
My name's Sydney Tortola. I graduated from Marlington in 2019 and have played in the program since I was in 5th grade, so I'm excited to see how far that the entire program has gotten, and we can get another state ticket again.
So the last couple years, these ladies have built quite an impressive resume. This year they're 25-1. Their only loss coming to Copley early in the year. You know, obviously, like you guys said, their eyes are on the state title. You know, and they've done a pretty good job so far. But what do you think they have to do today to kind of seal the deal?
I think they just have to work hard. Everybody's hungry here. They want it bad. If they can just continue to work together, I think they'll see great success.
And with that, that puts the Dukes on the board. Nice serve by Charchone there. Another nice serve.
Really good way for the outside hitter on that point to tool off of our block. We got a little bit of a shorter front row with Callie being up. I know she's a great blocker, but that might be something we really have to focus on to get ahead in this game is our front row block.
Nice kill by Bogunovich.
These Dukes are fired up pretty early here.
Oh, yeah. They definitely feed off the energy in the stadium. Short serve by Callie.
That'll make it 2-2 here in the first set. Number 9 for the Green Wave set to serve.
That was a nice kill. Outside of the line.
And obviously that's a little more difficult to try to keep it inside that line when you have that much power.
For sure.
So Bogunovich here to serve.
We got
Just like
two
you
missed
said.
serves by
Yeah.
the Dukes here. We want to try to make sure the other team is earning their points. We want to limit our service errors.
A little bit too short there.
Great set choice by Callie, though. I think both teams are shaking off the nerves a little bit.
For sure.
There we go, another serve by Holy Name.
Good location for that kill. As you can see, I think the Dukes are running a little bit of rotational right now, so the middle back is pretty open, so that might be a key strategy for Holy Name.
Yeah, and what I did notice in hitting lines, they were definitely hitting really deep. Nice block for number 8.
Great block. Got to make sure on Marlington's side, though, we're having someone there to cover. I think that was just a little bit of a miscommunication.
6-3 here in the first set. Holy Name in the lead.
All right, this is the time that Marlington can decide to regroup and get a big run here.
Graf is set to serve for the Dukes.
Great J by Jackson. Good swing.
Nice dig.
Marlington's got a free ball they got to capitalize on.
Nice. Number 7 in the net for Holy Name.
Here comes a serve by Grafis.
That was a great spot. That 4 spot there is
Hard to defend.
hard to defend, and yeah, we definitely seen Holy Name in their warm-ups hitting that 4 spot and pretty deep.
Here comes a serve from Holy Name there.
We got a double call on Callie, Marlington setter. It's a little bit interesting how they kept the double rule for high school, but they took it away for the NCAA. So that's one of big difference
Yeah,
between
usually.
high school and college.
Yeah, usually high school follows college there.
Yeah, maybe it'll just wait a couple years and then change it.
Definitely some intensity between the two student sections here. It's
Oh,
always
yeah.
fun to watch.
Looks like Battershell here to serve for Marlington.
Yep, clear to serve. She's a commit to Tiffin University, so excited for her next with an ace. Whoa.
I think here in the tournament, you know, two teams kind of feeling each other out here in the first set since they've never seen each other this year.
Yeah, and based off of some of their schedules, they hadn't played any similar teams at all. So it's hard to compare.
We got a good touch on the block there. Just the defense needs to be able to take that one step to the ball.
Number 16 here for the Green Wave to serve.
That has been one of Marlington's key players this year, Lainey Graffas. They set her up a lot in the back, and
yeah, she's a nice option to go to out of system.
for sure.
Youngstown State commit.
Yes. Go Penguins.
Nice serve there by Jackson.
Looks like we got another little miscommunication there between Callie and the right back. I think that was a good touch. Someone just needs to step up and call that ball early. That deep line shot is open for Marlington. Just gotta be able to follow through on that ball.
So here comes a serve by Holy Name. And
Looks like Tortola's calling a timeout. This is their time to regroup and really, as Michelle Rankin used to call it, ice the server. I don't know if you remember that as our middle school coach.
so what adjustments do the Dukes have to make here out of this timeout to kind of get back in this and tie it up?
From what I'm noticing, they're not playing like themselves. It seems like there's still a lot of nerves and jitters going on. They just need to simply shake it off, you know, get some kills going. And I think the biggest thing for Marlington is when they start to get their score going, when they start to get on a roll, that's when you see the true Dukes.
I really haven't seen that many in-system plays, so I think our back row needs to really focus on getting those passes up to Callie so we can run our offense like they usually do. A lot of stuff has been really out of system. They've had to use the back row, a lot of roll shots coming from our hitters because everything's off the net. So I think we really need to put an emphasis on serve receive right now and getting that pass right to target. Yep, just
There
like
we
that.
go.
Great pass.
Free by number 11.
Yep, and that's what I'm talking about. As soon as we get right in system, we can get a great swing there from the middle. So I think Marlington wants to get ahead in this match. They need to keep focusing on their back row and getting that pass right to target.
Charshone here to serve.
Out of system ball. Roll shot to middle back. Nice block. Good hustle play by Callie. And that's the kind of plays that can really shift momentum in this game, is those nice hustle plays where everyone gets super hyped. So
For sure. Got a good volley in there.
And I think those are kind of key plays that are going to, you know, make or break you in this tournament.
it's a big momentum shifter, and typically after one of those points, you hate to see a missed serve in the net, but hopefully Marlington can side out right here.
Here comes a serve by Holy Name.
Good pass by Jackson.
Seems like number 10 here, they really like to set her up, and she's good in system and out of system plays.
One thing that I've noticed so far about Holy Name is they're being really smart with their shots. Not a ton of power swings, but a lot of placement. Good tool off the block for Laney. Of a smart play by Holy Name, aiming for that deep corner when everyone on Marlington was crashing in.
So 15-11 here in the first. Holy Name set to serve.
Great pass by Laney.
Laney loves that shot. They got to keep that intensity up here, keep feeding off of it.
Yeah, like you said, they just haven't found that rhythm quite yet.
For sure. Looks like they're still shaking off a little bit of nerves.
Nice serve by Gianna.
Good save, good save.
Those girls, they're hitting deep. Holy Name. Typically, you don't see that with these big teams. I mean, they're hitting short, and that's the one thing is you don't see a lot of these girls execute on that deep line, but Holy Name seems like that's their game. Nice serve by Gianna.
Free ball for Marlington. Amazing swing by Laney down the line.
I mean, Laney is so powerful. Her ball is hard to defend. You'll see her like just a couple plays ago when they defend it back over and it comes over the net and she kills it. I mean, it's coming hard.
Yeah,
it does
she's a
not
great
feel
player.
good on your forearms.
Good serve. Another good deep swing by Holy Name.
We got a close one here, 14-16 here in the first, as I expect for a regional finals match.
We're in for a good game. Good spot for Laney, another kill down the line. I think it's super important for Marlington to keep hitting those spots. A lot of the kills earlier in the game were just going right at defenders, but when we start to aim for those seam balls, it's a lot easier to score, so we just need to keep being smart. Great serve. Another out-of-system ball. Smart shot from Callie.
I love that score. Nice hustle by Jackson.
Great set by Callie.
Smart play. Both of those teams really wanted that ball. It was just a matter of who executed.
Super smart shot there at the end for Danica. A lot of the teams going deep ball after deep ball after deep ball. You have to make sure you throw in some short ones every now and then to keep the other team off guard.
Change it up.
Little bit too deep there on the tip. Little barrels right there. We got another double call. Those darn double calls.
I know. Zoe, you would know more than any of us.
Yeah, setter's worst nightmare, honestly.
So Zoe, you played 5 years at Ashland.
Yeah, I did my whole entire 4-year undergrad there, and then since everyone got an extra year of eligibility for COVID, I did my 5th year there and got my master's. I set there, so yeah, super great experience playing in college. And honestly, I owe that all to Coach Tortola because she was the one in 8th grade that started letting me set instead of just hit. So yeah, I became a setter because of her, and the rest is history, I guess.
Oh yeah. You set some records at Ashland too, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm the #1 all-time for rally scoring and assists. So yeah, I played all my 5 years there. Super great opportunity, and met some super great and awesome volleyball players there. So
Yeah. Tech sisters are those girls.
yeah, my sister was a middle hitter, and she also played at Mount Union. So yep, we got to play together under Coach Tortola. Super fun dynamic, me being a setter and her being a middle. I think my middle setting skills definitely came from my sister because she would yell at me when I wouldn't give her a good set. So
It was always fun to see those two.
So after that timeout, Graf is here to serve for the Dukes.
really powerful swing by Danica, and that's something that she does really well. She's only a sophomore, but she comes in with a lot of heat.
Yeah. Yeah, these girls, I mean, they're incredibly strong, and you don't realize how hard that ball's coming, but they got some serious swing on them.
That's a ball that both wings got to try to get. Got to make sure everyone's ready for defense and ready for the ball to come to them. But great spot from the outside on Holy Name. Great pass by Jackson. Good cover by Callie.
Played on the net.
I love the swing on that Addison swing. Not many players would have the courage enough to swing on that crazy play, but I mean, Danica's only a sophomore, and she's just so good. No fear out of her.
Seems like Holy Name, they really like to set up that outside.
Yep, I see them going to the outside a lot.
Ace by Battershell.
So is it kind of like baseball where you can get a spin on that ball, so when they try to return it, it kind of goes the opposite way of what they want?
Oh, yeah,
yeah, so the most common serve you see out of young players is a float serve. And if you hit it correctly, it can float, obviously, a little bit in the air right before it reaches the defender. So, that is one thing. Marlington does have a really, really good serving team. Very aggressive servers. Great kill by Lainey Graffis, just kind of rolling it over the net and using the blockers there.
Holy Name is up at that net. I mean, they're blocking, and you don't see that frequently with the Dukes.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot of good block touches. And another off-speed shot from Danica.
And another timeout here. So how, and we talked about Danica a couple of times here in this first set, but how special is it for someone who's only a sophomore who was a starter last year as a freshman on that state run to be already kind of a complete volleyball player at such a young age?
I I mean, yeah, I helped out with the team last year, so I got to coach with her a little bit, and I've already seen her make such big strides. She's typically one of those players that likes to swing really hard, and that's what she's good at, but already so far this match, I've seen her throw a lot of off-speed shots in there just to catch the other team off guard, and she's been scoring on them, so I've already seen her make huge strides compared to last year.
And I think the one thing about Marlington is we've had so many fantastic girls throughout the entire program come through, but there's always those really young girls. We have the freshman girls, you know, so I was one of them, and you know, they have that talent all throughout, and it just shines through. So if anything, it's just Danica's going to continue to get stronger and better, and I mean, I'm excited to see what she looks like when she's a senior.
And that has a lot to do with Coach Tortola, too. I know she's put a lot of emphasis on our youth programs, so she's really developing relationships with girls from the time they're, let's say, 4th, 5th grade and all the way up through. I think she's known the 3 seniors on the team ever since they were like younger in elementary school, so it's been really good for her to build relationships that way. And I think it just shows how much she cares about the program and really starts with the girls at a young age.
Yep.
Good call by the refs.
That's hard to see always, but
looks like the girls were pretty confident though that someone touched it.
Yeah.
It's a way to help the ref out a little bit on that one. Further on in the set here, the Dukes are figuring out where the open spots are against Holy Name, and we've seen them throw a lot of tips and off-speed shots in there. I think Holy Name has done a super good job of getting block touches when we are swinging, so we've had to throw those shots in there in order to score.
One thing I'll notice about Holy Name is that after the serve, when they're switching to go into their spots, it seems like the girls are running into each other. That, you know, when it comes down to seconds, that matters.
Yeah, it might be a little nerves shaking off. I know it's pretty loud in here, so maybe second set they need to work on their communication. And that last play we saw the Duke score, that was a little bit of a switch play. I think that's the first one they ran during the first set. But yeah, it's when the outside and the middle cross, and we have Lainey coming into the middle. She had a double block up there, and she was really smart, saw it, tipped over, and was able to score on that. So.
Well, that's the first set here as the Dukes take that one 25-19. And I think we do have some of the youth program kids over here that want to speak here while we have 2 minutes before the start of the second set. So I don't know if you want to bring them over here and have them talking to the microphone.
Looks like they're getting a little shy here. We'll see if we...
All right, we have Gracie. So what position do you play for volleyball?
Outside hitter.
So one question that we do want to ask, since we already know your position, who is your favorite player on the Marlington Dukes?
Danica.
Ooh, good pick, good pick. Can you tell us why?
Because I want to hit as hard as her.
Girl, so do I. So do I.
All right, what's your name? Lila. And what position do you play?
Middle front.
And who's your favorite player?
Lainey.
Lainey. Why?
I like her where she plays at, and she's just a good player.
Yeah. Well, that's great to see. Yeah, like Zoe had said earlier, Coach Tortola, as long as I've known, she's had that youth program, and that's where she starts to make connections with these girls. And you know, a lot of these girls, they play through the youth program, they play JO in the off season, travel volleyball. I mean, a girl like Lainey and Jackson, they play all year round. So.
And Coach Tortola really emphasizes that too. I know most of the girls on the team do play JO, and that's one big change that I've seen since I've been in school. Kind of when I was in high school, it was like half of the girls or so playing JO, but now since obviously the program has made such big strides, it's more and more people playing travel all year round and making volleyball their main sport. So love to see that for the game of volleyball. It's becoming more and more popular among young girls. And as you can see, we had some of our youth come up here and do a little interview. I think they were a little nervous, but they did great.
They're cute.
And they don't realize it yet, but they are like the next Charshone, the next Graphis.
For sure.
And those are their idols right now, but then at some point they'll have little kids that will be their idols when they're in high school.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely weird to see, like, being young, growing up, and having, like, your favorite players, and then all of a sudden you're that age and you're someone's favorite player. It's a big switch up, but yeah, that just shows how much Coach Tortola has put in for the youth program, and she's really built something special for Marlington.
And I know that's one of the big things that when I talked with them in an interview last week, that was like the big emphasis was that her youth program and keep building for the future and sustaining what they have right now. And of course, it always helps when you're going to regional finals and you're making runs in the tournament.
Get all the support coming
in.
But that's been years of building too, because like mostly everyone knows, last year was their first time at states. And I graduated in 2018, and we got a couple of district wins when I was in school, but never any wins in regionals. So it's been really great to see what the program has done.
Nice kill there by Holy Names, number 10.
Great way to use the block there by Danica.
Those are always tricky when they're rolling there on the net.
Yep, never know if it's going to go out of bounds or not.
For sure.
Outside for Holy Name there, came in with a lot of power. Looks like Danica was there. She just couldn't get a handle on it. Which sometimes that works. If you can hit hard enough, doesn't matter if someone's standing there or not.
Yeah, she's definitely proved her strength throughout the first set. Out of system here for the Dukes.
Great way to get the setter out, though, for the other team.
Tip there by Graffis, and
we've seen a lot of success out of that tip. I wonder if Holy Name's going to make that adjustment as we go throughout this set. But I have seen a lot of off-speed shots work for Marlington. Got a little slide action from Holy Name, aiming for that deep corner, which tends to work. High school level, college level, any level, those deep corners are typically always open. We got another great shot from Lainey to the corner, another off-speed shot.
the one thing about Lainey is she's smart. She can see the court, and you know, we can always rely on her. And whether it's going to be a kill or she's going to tip or push it, I mean, she's smart. She can see it. Nice setup there by Holy Name, which is a little bit too powerful there for number 8.
And great communication across the board from Marlington. Everyone calling out, including everyone on the bench as well. I love to see that, everyone active and involved, no matter if you're on the court or not.
Wow.
Great power through the block by Lainey.
And like you said earlier, she seems to know when to kind of set it and tap it over, or when to bring the power. Is that just experience, or is that just something that she sees with them on the other side?
I definitely think it comes through experience, you know, and like you do have to read the court to see where's open, and that's not always easy to do as a hitter, but you know, I think that's definitely one thing throughout Lainey's career she's worked on, and she can read.
Another free ball for Marlington. Hopefully they can capitalize on this one.
A little bit short there by Roslyn. Yeah, one person I'm very impressed with the Dukes this year is Callie Young. You know, they lost their setter, Janelle Swishfer, from last year, and Callie has really stepped it up. Callie has an amazing vertical, and she's only a junior, so we still got some more time with her, and excited to see where else she can go.
Another thing I've noticed about the Dukes is they have an amazing back row, and that starts with Jackson, their libero. I'm just so impressed with her leadership and poise on the court. I think she communicates really well with her team. She's always calling shots for her hitters, and I think overall she just controls the court really well.
And I think she's the most amped girl out there too.
Yeah.
We have a couple photos of her vein literally popping out of her neck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she plays very intensely, and that's a great thing to have as a libero.
Yeah, and as a leader out in the team. I will say I'm really impressed with Holy Name, how much that they can actually get, you know, set up for a hit with some of like the off speeds and out of system plays that they've been given.
I'm really impressed with their block touches.
Yeah.
A lot of the times they've caused the Dukes to tip or roll, and I think that's due to their blockers in the front row just getting a lot of block touches when the Dukes are swinging hard. So yeah, that's one adjustment Marlington had to make after the first set is you got to throw a lot more off-speed shots in there.
Well, and typically you don't see that. A lot of the teams that Marlington has played this year, I mean, you're not blocking Gianna, you're not blocking Danica, you're not blocking Lainey. Those girls are strong and powerful, but, you know, Holy Name, they have strong names, they have good verticals, they can get up there. So, yeah, making that adjustment, like you said, Zoe.
I think the tallest player on both teams is about 5'10", so we don't have any girls that are super, super tall out on the court, but they can sure jump.
For sure.
So for people who may not be like myself, who may not be that adept to volleyball, what's the key to serving and the placement? Because obviously I'm watching here and hearing you guys talk that placement is very key in the serve.
So a lot of the times you'll see girls try to stay away from the libero. Obviously there's a reason why they have that libero jersey on. Another thing is you can try to aim for seams. Most teams run the 3-person back row and serve receive, so if you can just try to aim for a seam in between players, kind of cause them to have a little communication error and have to think. But yeah, hard serving too. I know that's a big difference between when I was in high school and this team is they just, every single one of them is so aggressive when they serve. That's something that's really impressed me about their game.
Yeah. I think another thing that it boils down to where coach is telling them to serve is sometimes it matters about the emotional standpoint of the girl. When you can see someone that's, you know, kind of breaking down, whether it is a libero or not, you know, they're going to target somebody. So.
Yep, always giving them signals on where to serve. That's a big shout out to the coaching staff as well because they're the ones telling the girls where to serve.
Yeah.
Great set by Holy Name setter.
I don't know who they called that on, but Marlington, we were in the net there.
Yeah, and I owe that all to the setter on Holy Name because she went with that cross-court set. Kind of caused the Marlington blockers to scramble a little bit.
Yeah.
They couldn't get there in time, so great set. Another off-speed shot from Marlington. And another one.
They're really trying to play that tipping game there. All right, we got a good volley going.
Great set by Callie. A little too far, though, by the looks of it, since Danica had to go up with her left hand.
Yeah, I think her left
she tried to hit it left-handed.
Yeah. You know, although she hit that antenna, it's better to, you know, give it all you got.
Great pass by Lainey. They're going to set her right back up, and she's going to use the blockers again.
With a team like Holy Name, I mean, they're up at the net, so you do have to play it off the block, pull off them.
And that's another thing I think Marlington needs to focus on is hitting high off that block. I think the first set they were hitting pretty low, so Holy Name was able to get a lot of block touches on them. But if you're aiming high off the blocker's hands, a lot of the times the ball can go up and over your back row defender. So I think that was a really smart shot by Lainey. We had the ace from Jackson.
We're seeing a lot of aces in this game.
Yep, a lot of strong servers. Shout out to Coach Tortola for the spots to serve too. shot from Danica, and they have Holy Name's defense scrambling a little bit because they keep going with that off speed and switching back to a hard swing. So yeah, they're playing really smart right now. Another good thing about swinging down the line is you get the setter out of system. You get them to take the first ball, so that way the other team's a little bit out of system.
Wow, nice kill.
Great swing by number 12. Great swing.
And she found that open spot there in the corner.
Yep, another corner shot.
So is volleyball kind of like basketball with the court on the different styles and different placement and everything? So I know like Marlington's court, the ceiling is pretty low, and a lot of schools that come in are not used to,
That's one of the things definitely like Marlington has used to their advantage is the ceiling.
We call it our 7th player.
Yeah.
And we have for a while because other teams just aren't used to the ceiling being that low. And I think we actually practice in the gym the ball hitting off the ceiling, so we're ready to react to it. But something different about Alliance's court is that it's very big and spacious, so a lot of the times that can cause the girls' depth perception to get kind of off, especially when you're serving. But looks like both teams have adjusted to it pretty well. I haven't seen many serves go out the back. So
nice ace there by Danica. At this level, seeing aces isn't common, but I mean Marlington's really pulled through with that, and I know this year that's one thing they've definitely practiced and honed in on. Last year at state they saw that their serving needed some improvements, and they've done a lot of work to improve that. Power hitter by Holy Name there.
great spot by Laney to get their setter out of system again. Looks like we're being pretty tight here with the double calls. But it's been pretty consistent across the board. So
consistent and definitely fair.
And for a double call, what is something that we can, like, so I can look out for, because it's something that I don't really notice, but then I see you guys call.
If there's a lot of spin on the ball, that's definitely like one of the signs, I would say, is like the biggest thing that you can tell.
Yeah, the biggest dead giveaway is when the setter sets it and there's a little bit of spin on there.
Because, I mean, if you watch Callie's hands, I mean, and Zoe can speak to this more, but, I mean, she's barely tapping the ball. And so it's going to move in thin air just straight up. So when there's a ton of spin on the ball, you know. Looks like the line judge here called that out.
Yeah, no replay here in high school volleyball, so
no,
guess we'll never know.
I was actually watching the Olympics sand volleyball, and they had the camera on the line, and it was incredible to see like the intricate detail that they actually followed.
Yeah, the indoor volleyball Olympics, they actually had an electronic court that could tell you whether the ball was in or out.
Wow.
So as far as challenging and that goes, they actually never had a challenge an in or out call, which is what you typically see most colleges challenging. Because the court could just tell you exactly where the ball landed. Yeah. And I think that was new this year, so we'll see if that ever makes it down to college volleyball. Not sure, though, how expensive that is.
Yeah,
that would be interesting. I know, like, the high school level, that probably wouldn't happen, but maybe, like, at the state finals,
maybe.
You know, one of the universities that they go to, like Wright State, would be one of the places to have it.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if the bigger volleyball schools, like such as Nebraska and the Big Ten, it wouldn't surprise me if they get something like that soon.
It was Nebraska, and who else the tournament we went to? Remember we went to the NCAA final tournament?
Yes. If I had to guess, because typically the same teams make it to the Final Four. I think it was Louisville, Nebraska versus Pitt, and then Wisconsin was probably the other one.
I think because Zoe and I went 2 or 3 years ago, and it was, I think it was Nebraska versus
maybe Pitt
or something, and
or Louisville, one of the two.
I can't remember, but it was incredible to see, like, you know, the refs and the line judges and how they would like get done real close. So.
And obviously at that level, size is also a big impact.
Oh, yeah.
There's less 5'7" and more 6'3" girls.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, at Ashland, I'm about 5'11", and my freshman year coming in, I was one of the shortest people who would play front row. We had like 3 6'3" hitters.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know, at the higher level, you see a lot of the times girls playing outside who are 5'10". So it's definitely possible to be a little bit of a undersized hitter and go to a big school.
I think that's one of those things you just have to work on your vertical.
Yep.
You know, when you're shorter like that and you know it going in. Serve there in the net by Holy Name.
Of course, it does help to be taller. Like, I was watching the Wisconsin-Nebraska game last night, and they said the average height of Wisconsin's front row is 6'4".
Wow.
So that's just a little crazy, I think.
I don't even know where you'd find them.
Right.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Well, and
They grow different out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I know in college, I mean, they have women coming from all over the world to play.
A lot of it's been more popular since the game of volleyball has really grown. A lot of international college students coming over to the U.S. to play for those big teams.
Yeah. Seems like Holy Name's trying to regroup here.
Great save by
Nice
Lane.
hustle.
And a great block. Holy Name's going to have to figure out a way to sort of shift the momentum for this game because Marlington's super excited. They've gotten a couple blocks. Feeling really confident right now, so it's going to take a big run from Holy Name to get back in this set.
And I think that play just goes to show how important every player is. You know, Justine, she's an incredible athlete. You know, she doesn't get her hands on the ball all that much, but a block like that, I mean, it can change the game in a second.
Yep. A little bit of a miscommunication there on Marlington's defense. They'll send a free ball over to Holy Name.
See if they can use it.
We got a joust play.
Great
Great swing by
there.
Danica.
All right, we're going to get a free ball over. Let's see if they can use it. These girls want it.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of hustle plays during this
For
rally.
sure.
Great set by Callie.
And Danica with the point again.
That was a great set from number 23 on Marlington. She pushed it all the way out to the pin there, and Holy Name's blockers really weren't able to get all the way out there. So Danica was able to use the block on that.
So how important is it, I know every point matters, but how important is it to, when it goes on for that long, to get that point and have that extra confidence?
I just think it comes to the intensity. I mean, like, when you have a volley going like that, I mean, it is so fun when you're on the court, whether it's nerve-wracking. At the end of the day, it's fun. That's what the sport's all about. So winning that point, it's, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who gets the point necessarily, but it's so fun, and feeding off the crowd's energy is really what matters.
That was a great set. Great set by Holy Name. She was able to kind of trick the blockers on Marlington's side.
Yeah.
So their outside hitter had a single block there. Basically hit it to that middle spot that they've been aiming for the whole game. So that was a great set by Holy Name setter. Great touch off the block there. Great dig by Jackson. We got the setter swinging a little bit. Love to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Great
They're
set.
tight there. Well, it comes down to who wants it more. Smart play by Callie. Zoe, you know how important it is when you're that intense. I mean, sometimes the setter is the one who gets the kill.
Yeah, nothing better than an aggressive offensive setter. I honestly think that Callie needs to throw that in a little bit more just to keep the other team's defense and blockers off guard.
Well, that's what we saw last year with Janelle, which was Marlington's setter.
Very, very aggressive setter. Especially when your setter's in the front row, you need to throw in some dumps.
Out.
And that honestly helps out Marlington's hitters as well, because the blockers not only have to focus on those hitters, they also have to be ready for Callie to attack.
Oh, wow.
What a great float serve by Claire.
You don't see that often.
That's not float serve. She thought it was going over her head, and then it curved right into her.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us, though, honestly.
All right, game point for Marlington here. It comes down to these last couple points when they really want it, is when communication errors happen, because everybody wants to go for that ball. All
Great
right.
tool off the block there by Danica.
Great job to Charshon.
One of the things I'm most impressed with so far in this game is Marlington's defense. I just think their back row is amazing. Great communication. Everyone back there wants the ball and is ready for it to come to them. So we got some back row hitters as well. It's really nice when you can have your outside players play all the way around, because you do have that extra option to set when the ball's out of system. But yeah, I'm just super impressed with especially Marlington's libero. I think she's a great leader. I think she controls the floor. She takes everything she can get, which is what the libero should do.
Yeah.
You're the libero jersey for a reason.
For
and
sure.
I think she's made some really big strides. I mean, she was super good last year, but I'm even more impressed with her this year.
And I think her and Lainey both, they're the captains of the team, and every girl looks up to them. And you know, when you're that key of a player, when you're the leader and the captain of the team, you really have to set the mood. And you know, Jackson and Lainey, they've just pulled through. And like you said, last year they were amazing, but this year just to see the growth is incredible.
I think we have some of the youth back here. Maybe to talk a little bit more. Maybe they have their little more confidence here as the Dukes are up 2-0 here.
I'm trying to think of a good question. You guys want to do it again? You guys want to do it again? All right. This is Gracie. I'm going to ask you a little bit about the youth program. So why don't you tell them how often you play?
I play a lot, so I'm playing travel right now.
Where do you play at?
Elite.
And then
Nice.
with the youth program, you guys go every Sunday and have games, right?
Yeah.
Do you get coached by the girls on the team?
Yeah, I get coached by Lainey and Jackson.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite thing to do in volleyball?
Yeah.
She said she likes to hit the ball hard. We got strong girls here. All right. All right. Do you play travel volleyball?
No, I just play, well, yeah, technically, yes.
You play in the youth league, right? Who are your coaches?
Lainey and Jackson.
What's your favorite thing to do in volleyball?
Spike.
She likes to spike the ball real hard.
We got a lot of spikers here.
We love to see it. I think that's definitely the one thing is, like, when you're a young girl, you know, of course, every single position is very important, but it's just like for football. Every little boy wants to be the quarterback. Every little girl wants to be a hitter, but
Hey, a quarterback correlates to setters, so maybe we should start getting these girls to change their
Sorry,
minds a little
Zoe.
bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zoe. You know what? You should go talk to him.
I might have to do a little convincing here.
But it is, like, goes to show, like, how important every position is. Like I was just saying about Justine, like, she plays such a key role, you know, blocking there. Even though she doesn't get her hands on the ball a ton with, you know, hits, but. And all of these girls are such incredible athletes.
Sydney, what position did you play?
So I played, so when I was in middle school, I was an outside hitter, and I was the tallest girl. And then everybody else started getting taller than me, so I played back row. And I was one of the shortest girls on the team, and I'm 5'7", so. But I feel like when we were in high school, all the girls were tall.
Yeah, we had some tall girls. I know in my senior class, we probably had 5 or 6 of us that were at least like 5'9" or up.
Yeah, the 2 girls that I graduated with, they were both 5'9". Nice block there by Holy Name. All right, they're going to be tight up at the net.
Great set by Holy Name Setter.
Holy Name is ready for this match. They're up at the net. Awesome kill.
And that's something I would like to see Holy Name do a little more of, is run their middle. I know they've been sending a lot of the balls to the outside, but as long as they're in system, I would keep going at that middle because it seems like it's been pretty successful for them.
Right, and number 12 by Holy Name, I mean, she's a strong girl. I know that she's getting a lot of reps going up there and blocking, but when they give her the ball, she is strong.
A great up by number 18.
All right, we're gonna get a free over. Oh, miscommunication there by Marlington. Do they go with that middle again?
Marlington's able to get a block on it this time, though.
Wow. They tried,
Great hard
but
swing by Lainey.
you can't stop her.
So being the third set, I know the pressure's on for Holy Name, but what are some of the key things for Marlington to just kind of close this one out and not kind of get too anxious knowing they're up 2?
Yeah. I think the number one thing is they cannot get overconfident. It is not over yet. This game could go to 5 sets. We don't know what's happening. You just cannot get overconfident.
Yeah, as soon as you let up, that gives the other team a chance to sneak back in there. So I think it's important that they keep the intensity high level and treat every point like it's the last. Great up by Holy Name's libero.
Well,
I'll take that, though. I'll
Yeah.
take Marlington being aggressive. She just missed it by a little bit.
I was wondering if they were going to call a touch on that. But I think the thing with volleyball is we've seen time and time again where teams will win the first 2 sets and then it goes into
And then
5
let
and they
up,
lose.
yeah.
And it's exactly what you said. And like teams getting on a stretch. And I think it comes to a lot with sports. It is an emotional game. Yes, these girls are physically strong and everything, but at the end of the day, it's whose mind works harder and who can get through the nerves and not get too confident.
Great spot by Lainey. Another off-speed shot there. And sometimes you find that where the setter will go up and release and kind of not stay back and play defense. So that's why it's always great to aim at that line. Great effort there by number 16, just not able to get it back on the court.
I mean, you can tell here on Holy Names, these girls want it. It's just,
I think they're feeling a little bit of the pressure too. I think they
Yeah.
just need to relax and take it point by point.
short
Looks like we
serve
tried to
there.
have a short serve, didn't go far enough, but great idea.
Those are really hard to execute.
Yeah, kind of catch the front row on the other team off guard because typically you don't see that many short serves, so sometimes it's good to throw it in there as a little surprise.
For sure. Wow. Nice play.
And there we go, Lainey aiming for that 1-6 seam there again. Holy Name setter, number 16, is in the back row right now, so that is a smart shot there to get them out of system or to even put it in the seam and score.
Got the setter there.
Great communication by Holy Name. I think number 8 in middle back was going to try to pass that until she heard her teammates say out. So great vision and communication there.
That matters so much in volleyball is talking, and you have to be able to trust and rely on your teammates.
Great job for Lainey covering her own hit. Great hustle by the setter there. And smart shot by Holy Name, right in the middle of the court.
Holy Name's getting a free. Let's see if they can use it.
Great save by
Nice,
Lainey.
yeah.
And Holy Name is starting to pick up those short balls, so
Yeah.
that's something that Marlington might want to switch up.
Right. Yeah, you get in that rut where it's like tip, 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 but you know, you got to switch it up back to that hard swing, and these girls are powerful, so.
And again, I don't mind that aggressive swing by Danica. Typically, you would see most players try to free ball it over, but she really tried to be aggressive on that, so
Yeah.
don't really mind that hitting error.
Nice
Great
block.
A little bit of a miscommunication there. We got another double call.
That's one of those things when you want it real bad, you know, it comes down to that communication.
I swear, sometimes middles, they just want to get in there and set.
Yeah.
They want to
Well,
switch
yeah.
positions or something. I don't know.
This number 10 here, she's smart.
Yeah,
She's really smart.
that's a great tool off the block there.
Yeah, and that's also hard to execute. I mean, would you call that a tip or a push?
I would just call that an aggressive tip. It looks like she
Yeah.
was purposely trying to kind of use the blockers on that one, which is a strategy.
For sure. That was touch on that.
Oh,
Or not.
no touch and no replay, so
I don't think anyone else thought that, so maybe that was just me.
yeah. It's a bit of a weird angle from up here.
Yeah.
Looks like that might have been out, but I didn't hear anyone on Marlington calling that ball out, so it must have been a close one.
Right. I think that was one of those float serves where at last second it switches its direction. That one was
It's
out.
a great follow to the line by Marlington. And a large part of volleyball is the serve and pass game, so most of the time whoever can pass better and serve receive and get the most aces will win.
Yeah.
That was a really great swing by number 7. I think a strategy that Holy Name should follow through with is using those short sets in their middles a lot more rather than throwing it to the outside every time, because I know that can catch the other team off guard, especially the blockers. Great pass by Jackson. And we have another tool off the block. Blocking, I will say, is a lot harder than it looks. There's a lot of form and kind of, you just need to be really specific with it. If you have your hands facing the wrong way, it can go out of bounds. You need to have right timing. And so I will say it's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah.
And another tool off the block.
And I think, you know, the thing that it comes down to blocking is you have to be strong. You have to have strong hands.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how fast that ball is coming, but it's coming fast and, you know, coming right at your hands or
Yeah, you
your
got to make
arms.
sure you're really pressing over. A lot of the times when you see those balls go high out of bounds, it's because the blockers are jumping straight up and not pressing their hands over, so the hitter on the other team is able to use them.
Yeah. Nice kill by Gianna.
Great seam shot to the corner. Like I said earlier, a lot of the times when you can hit those corners, it's going to be an automatic kill.
And I'd like to actually, I don't even know if we could do it, but I'd like to get a radar gun or something to see how
Yeah.
fast these actually
I know.
are moving.
I know, I always wonder that.
I'd like to see a radar gun on Danica, because
Yeah.
I feel like she can swing really
Yeah.
hard.
All right, miscommunication there by Marlington.
And with swinging hard, it has a lot to do with strength, but it also has a lot to do with arm speed.
All right, we have Holy Name up here, 13-9.
The Holy Name fans are pumped right now to see them have a 4-point lead, but we'll see if Marlington can calm down a little bit here and go on a little run.
Yeah.
And I would credit Holy Name for hanging in there. I mean, being down 2 is probably not the best situation in the regional finals, and I'm sure there's a lot of nerves, and I'm sure this timeout will definitely help both squads. But I would credit them for going on this run here and being up 13-9 in the third set and not going out, you know, quietly here.
Yeah, volleyball is a huge mental game. Even going on in college, same thing. Same kind of errors are made. So yeah, it's all about who can stick in there mentally and keep pushing, no matter if you're down by 10 or up by 10. And it has to be a little bit of a confident booster for Holy Name being able to be up in this third set. Great set by Callie. And we see Marlington's able to side out after that timeout, so great timeout by Coach Tortola.
Gianna is a good server here for the Dukes. She's strong.
Looks like Holy Name was able to take a little advantage of Marlington's libero being out. Aiming for that deep corner again, which has been really successful for them through these 3 sets.
Bit of a miscommunication there by the Dukes.
Yeah, I hate to see those silly communication errors, but honestly, it happens to everyone no matter what level you're at, so. Great save by Jackson. And a great spot for number 11 right in the middle of the court there. Throughout this set, we've definitely seen Holy Name playing very smart. Definitely smarter than the first 2 sets with their shots and just trying to look for the open holes in Marlington's defense.
And I would say it's kind of like a chess match almost, with them going back and forth. The first set, I would say, more nerves than anything, but I think the second set, they're kind of figuring each other out. And now this third set, they're just kind of, you know, playing off of each other and switching it up constantly.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like the third set is definitely the hardest to get through. You know, a lot of that, you know, tiredness comes in and uncertainty, and then in the 4th set or 5th set is really when, you know, teams start to power through.
Yeah, and by the third set, you're kind of used to the other team, and you're used to where their girls are going on defense and kind of what their tendencies are for which player they like to set the most, who they like to serve to. So it's a little bit of more mental game than physical, trying to figure out, you know, where the open spots are, what you have to switch from the first 2 sets.
For sure.
One point of focus right now for Marlington is to step up their serve receive so that way they can run that in-system offense in the front row.
Yeah.
We have another ace by Holy Name.
All right, we really need to regroup here.
We got number 4 going on a little, or 6, number 6 going on a little bit of a service run here. Looks like the Dukes are a little rattled here. They are down by 9 points, and you know, it's possible for them to come back, but I feel like biggest thing is to just gain a little bit of momentum back, so when they go into that 4th set, they can just start fresh.
Yeah.
Good pass by Jackson. A little bit of a missed set from the middle there. Ooh. A little bit of a miss there by Holy Name's right back, and number 8 wasn't expecting that.
this is a time for Marlington, you know, to turn around the game. You know, get on a scoring run here and it'll change, you know, the momentum of the game.
Number 10 coming in hot, using that block again and kind of just sending it over the defenders on Marlington's side. A little bit of a break there for Marlington, service error from the other team. Now we have Claire, number 5, coming in. She's had a few aces this game, so hopefully she can get on a little bit of a serving run here. Number 10 from Holy Name really stepping it up here in the third set, getting some hard swings. A little bit of back and forth between student sections here.
Yeah.
Good block touch there by Holy Name.
Wow.
I think we need a little bit of adjustment from Marlington's defense covering that middle 6 area, because it looks like Holy Name's been aiming for that a lot, and it's kind of hard for our defense to get there right now.
All right, good communication there on Marlington.
Again, the most important thing for Marlington right now is to just gain a little bit of that momentum back so they can start better than they ended the third set.
They could come back, you never know.
Yep, anything's possible, honestly. I've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah. Point for Marlington. The refs may need to intervene here with the student sections.
Great dig by Danica.
All right, communication. Come on. Oh, sorry.
That's a huge miscommunication for Marlington. As you can see, Holy Name has all the momentum right now, so the biggest thing for Marlington is to control what can actually be controlled. This means effort, communication. So I think they really need to step it up at the end of set 3.
I'm sure that's what your mom was saying on the sideline too. So.
Oh, yeah. I forgot what I was doing for a second.
Great seam shot.
You know, the Dukes are really fighting here. I mean, they were down by a good amount, and this game's been going, and they're not giving up. Nice ace there by Danica.
And now we see Marlington gaining back some of the momentum. Looks like Holy Name's going to take a timeout.
And like you said earlier, you know, they may not come out in this third set, but to get some momentum here, get some more points on the board, have that confidence going into the fourth.
Yeah. Volleyball is such a mental game, so yeah, I'd say that's the most important thing for them going into the next set. If they don't come back from this set, which very possible, as I said, I've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah. I think another really important thing is, you know, teams definitely feed off of their fans, and you know, their Holy Name, their fans are going wild, and those girls are feeding off that. So it's that really is important.
Yeah, I would say the first 2 sets, it was mainly the Marlington fans being rowdy. And then Holy Name went on this run here in the third, and they started getting rowdy, which upset some of the Marlington fans. So it's gotten a lot louder in here, this set. And I think Alliance's gym is a very loud atmosphere in general.
For sure, yeah.
So that could always throw off people.
I love to see it, though. It's entertaining. Nice serve there.
One thing that I am really impressed with from Holy Name is their blocking. We've seen them get so many blocks in this third set, and when they're not getting blocks, they're getting a lot of touches. So going into the next set, I think that needs to be a goal for Marlington, is to really start hitting a lot higher than they're hitting right now. Because I know the girls can jump.
Yeah.
Great serve, great serve.
Nice kill there for Laney.
Yeah, and I think something different about that play was Callie's set to the outside was a lot faster than typically the high 4 ball, so it gave the blockers on Holy Name less time to get there, so maybe that's something they should focus on for set 4 too, is speeding up their sets a little bit. You hate to see the last point be a missed serve, but again, I think Marlington is a really aggressive serving team, and I don't think they're going to back down or go easy just because it's game point. So as long as they're being aggressive, I don't mind the missed serve.
And they really came back and battled there, you know, to put 17 up there. And like you said, I think that goes a long way in the confidence for going into the 4th set.
I really would have liked to see Marlington win in 3, but hey, more volleyball, so.
You get to hear us talk more.
Yep.
Well, and it's not often this year that they've went more than 3, so.
Yeah, this is what you want a regional game to look like. You want to see pretty even competition. You don't want to see teams get swept. Even though I am a huge Dukes fan, and I did want them to win in 3, but.
But it's always good, and it's great for both teams to have that competition when I'm sure these teams throughout the year maybe haven't had that, so.
And credit Holy Name. I mean, they came into the 10 and 16.
I know they were ranked number 18th. I don't think, you know.
Yeah, it looks like they've gone on a great run at the end of the season, which some teams just have that special talent. You see that a lot, especially across all sports, not just volleyball, the underdog coming into the tournament and making a little run at the end of the year.
Yeah, and looked like Holy Name, the league they're in. They played some really tough schools. So, and I also think it, you know, changed a little bit with the division change up towards the end of the season. So,
yeah, they do the division stuff a lot differently than when we were in school, because when we were in high school, it was mostly the same teams every year that you would face. Now they switch it up every year, don't they?
Well, they switch it up, and now there's 7 divisions.
Yeah.
So there was, like, literally last week there was 4. Now there's 7. So that changes a lot of things in the tournament, and
it kind of evens it out too, because it's I wouldn't say unfair, but you know, if you're going against a team that is a Division I team, and then you know you're technically a Division IV team, but you're playing with those Division I teams, that makes it really difficult to advance into the tournament. But I know when you see a team that's 10 and 16 in the tournament, those are always the teams that you're kind of like, how'd they get in? You know, because you don't know if they got lucky or if they're just that good and they played a really, really good schedule. So what are some of the keys here for the 4th set for the Dukes? We know that, you know, Holy Name wants to keep this confidence kind of rolling into this 4th set, but for the Dukes to get one back, what is like the key thing here?
I think it's really important for the Dukes to come out and start strong and really set that precedent that they're not going to play the same way they did the last set. As far as like volleyball is a mental game, and I think whichever team honestly has the most confidence is probably going to win. So I think it's really important for them to come out strong and start early in this 4th set.
Yeah, you have to be confident, and it all comes down to that mental game, you know, and I know that this is one thing that the Dukes have worked a lot on is, you know, really striving through. They didn't have a lot of competition this year, but I know that they've worked on it. So even when they played for the district finals, they went to 4 as well, and that third set, it looked identical to this third set. In the fourth set, they came right through. All right, Dukes fans, let's get clapping.
Looks like number 16 is going to be the first server for Holy Name. It's a great opportunity for Marlington to kind of aim at the setter to get them out of system. Great first serve by number 16. Great touch by Marlington's block. On that play, we really need to see our outside hitter and our right back pinching in on that ball. But great spot from Holy Name's outside.
Serve in the net from number 16. It's always tough to see those, you know, serves in the net or serves out of bounds at this level. Some touches there. Nice kill by Laney.
Yeah, it's a great spot again to just get the other team out of system by aiming at their setter.
Right.
Another spot, another kill in the middle for Holy Name. I think Marlington needs to take note of that and be ready the next time. I really think our wings need to pinch in and be able to pick up that ball.
Nice kill by Danica.
Great spot, that seam shot.
And I think you have to, you know, credit both coaching staffs here for getting these girls ready and being able to adapt throughout the game here.
For sure.
We see Marlington getting Holy Name out of system again. Great swing by Laney. Great swing. Again in that seam ball, so I mean the middle back and the libero are supposed to cross, but sometimes it's really difficult. That's why you typically see hitters aiming for those corners.
Smart play by Laney.
And because she took those hard swings before, the defenders on Holy Name were kind of sitting back, waiting for her to swing deep, but it's a really smart play to switch it up like that and go short. With a hard swing from number 10. Going for that deep line again, just missed it by a foot or so.
Yeah, she's powerful. The Dukes, they need to get a touch on that block there.
She does a really nice job of hitting high over the block, though. Good cover by number 16.
Duke's getting another free. Oh.
The Dukes coming out with a 4-point lead.
Holy Name's going to take a timeout here.
And this is exactly what they needed to do coming into this fourth set, is kind of set the precedent that they're here to stay and they're not going to back down again like they did the third set.
Get that momentum going and the fans cheering. The student section is definitely entertaining to watch.
Oh yeah. I've been watching them down there, and I know a lot of them because we cover the other sports. Like I see a lot of basketball and football players, and some baseball and softball and girls golf. So, and that's really nice that Marlington has such a great community. When a program's doing really well, they really show up and then support that program.
Yeah, and I know the girls love that. That's the best feeling, high school and college, when you have a big student base there supporting you.
Yeah. I wonder how far a Holy Name had to travel.
I think they're from around Cleveland, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're up around the Cleveland area, I think. So a little bit further than Marlington. So this is definitely a nice home court advantage.
I wish we could have played here.
I know, that would have been awesome because we played
Stowe. We were always at Stowe,
and West Branch.
A hitting error for Holy Name. Still early on in the set, so still time for them to come back.
Way to be there.
Ooh.
A little bit too much there by Jackson.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to, as a setter, to dig that ball out of the net.
Yeah.
Honestly, the net looks a little wiggly, and the looser the net is, the harder it is to get it out of the net. So
I know that's one thing that they practice is those digs that go into the net, but yeah, it all matters on how someone ties it up, basically.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's another example of that. It just looks like the net is pretty loose down there, and it's really hard to get the ball out because it just hits and goes straight down instead of kind of bouncing out of the net there. So I don't know who set the nets up today, but
I was gonna say, is there a regulation on the tightness of the net, or is it just kind of?
Nice kill by.
So there's actually not, but I know, like in college, I would go test the net out every game. So I'm like, this is not happening.
Yeah, like the referees to look at it.
Yeah.
But
obviously, the height is a set thing, but as far as the tightness of the net, I don't think there's anyone to check that.
Yeah. And the antennas. I know that's the one thing is they make sure that the antennas are straight.
Final score, Ohio State 20, Penn State 13.
We got an update here for the Ohio State game. Go Bucks.
Got a lot of football fans in here.
In the lead 2013, so there was a loud roar.
Sweet.
Unless you're a Penn State fan here, which.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
No Penn State fans allowed.
That was called a smart play right there. She saw that there was an open hole and hit it.
We've seen a lot of tipping in this game from both sides.
That's typically something you don't see at
typically.
this level. People are hitting it hard, but both teams are great blocking teams. Another tip and a block by Charchone.
And how much body control do you have to be that close to the net and tip it over and come down without ever really touching the net?
I mean, it's definitely hard, but I think that's one of the things that just comes with, over time
Experience,
practice.
yeah.
Nice kill by Charchone.
Great spot, great spot.
That one sailed into almost the second deck there.
Yeah.
And Danica's done a really great job this fourth set, kind of stepping up for her team and getting them really excited and making the momentum be all on Marlington's side.
Way to be there.
job picking up that ball in the middle of the court.
Got a good volley going here. I think Marlington's going to get a free. Setters out. That's one thing that they can definitely execute is when their setters out, they have somebody coming in to get that set. Or bump set, rather.
Great save by Holy Name. Another free ball for Marlington. Let's see if they can use it.
These girls are
Got
tired.
a long rally, long rally.
Call a touch on that play. That was fun to watch.
You see some of the girls pretty tired after that rally. I wonder how long it was.
Holy Name is fighting here.
What a smart shot by Danica. Again, I'm just
She's
so
solved the court.
impressed with her, the stride she's made
And
from
being
last
so
year to
young.
this year. Yeah.
Freshman playing at the state level starting. You know, you don't hear about that, and Danica is that player, and she continues to improve her game every single play. Nice hustle there by Holy Name, just wasn't able to execute. Marlington fan is going wild.
And another ace for Claire, too.
Yeah, Clara's had a great serving game. Seems like there's a miscommunication where the ball's at. That is always tough, but because typically in high school you're not used to having, you know, three ball handlers here, so. Those serves that hit the net there are always tricky.
Yep, we call those let serves.
Yeah.
What a great spot by Danica again. I think she, in this fourth set, has been the game changer for Marlington with all of her smart shots.
She's definitely the X factor, and I think this might be the best game she's played in her career so far.
Even the regional semifinals, Danica was another key player in the game. I think the one thing I've noticed about Marlington's team is everybody looks to Lainey, but the other team is going to shut her down because they know that she's the top. So it's really important to have other girls on your team that you can rely on.
Yep. Everyone needs to make sure they can step up. And I think this Marlington team is really consistent across the board.
Yeah.
I think they're really smart with their shots, and yeah, they might not always hit hard, but again, they're just playing really smart right now.
Well, and they have, you know, multiple girls they can count on. They have Lainey, they have Danica, they have Gianna, even Justine and Roslyn. You know, they don't get as many touches on the ball, but they're still efficient when they do. And when you really needed them to step up, those girls are all there. You know, this is a team, and they can trust on each other and rely on each other. And, you know, they just want to execute. They're hungry, and they want to win. They want their ticket real bad. Sorry, I think I'm funny, and I'm really not.
I laugh.
I think you're funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, and like you guys, and the stats don't lie. Like Graf is this year so far 463 in kills. Hilliard with 367 in digs. I think they're both eyeing the career at Marlington for career kills and digs. But I mean, they're putting up some pretty massive stats this year and throughout their career.
Yeah, even Callie. I mean, Callie broke a school record this year. And, you know, we've had some amazing setters come through the program, and not to say that Callie is amazing, but I don't think people realize how good she actually is. And she's helped this team so much. She's been such a key player that has really stepped it up this year, and I'm incredibly proud of her.
Yeah, and that's also a tribute to Marlington's back row just being super solid and getting her the passes she needs to run the offense. hustle play by Holy Name. See if
Wow.
Marlington can capitalize on this free ball, though.
Smart play by Danica.
Looks like it was outside the antenna, though.
Yep. It's always tough to play off of those when they're that tight to the net. Smart tip there by Roslyn.
Another smart shot from the Dukes.
I think a really key component right here is going to be trying to target the setter. She's a great player, but you know, when there's one setter on the court, you know, she's running around, she's getting tired. She's an amazing player, but targeting her would be smart for the Dukes.
We have another kill from Holy Name's middle. I think they really need to start running her more if they want to catch up here in this fourth set. And you know, that all starts with the passing too, to be able to run your middle in the first place.
Yeah.
It's got to be in front of the 10-foot line, a great high pass so they can get her set up.
There we go. Way to be there, Gianna. When you have number 12 and number 10 in the front line, those girls are strong and they're up at the net.
And I'd say getting a block is one of the most hype plays you can do to switch the momentum for your team.
Right.
It's another scramble play, hitting error by Marlington. They still have the 5-point lead though, so just got to get this past the target right here. Good job by Claire. We have a big swing from Danica, but just missed out the right side of the court.
And I know we mentioned this a little earlier about the courts, but do you think it's a little bit of a challenge with this baby blue line here compared to some of the other courts?
For sure, yeah. And you know, some courts are harder to see the outlines than others.
Yeah, that line definitely is hard to tell. And I think when they played at Akron North, it was a wood floor like this, and the line was yellow. That was very, very hard to see.
Sometimes schools will put like the white tape down, but not everyone does that.
Nice serve.
Great out-of-system ball by Holy Name Silvera. As you can see, they scored in that middle spot again on the Dukes. Focus right now for the Dukes is to get this serve receive pass right to Callie so she can run the offense here and get a side out. We've been out of system a lot within the past like 5 or so points, so just need to dial it back in here. It's a great set by Callie. And you know, that pass was a little out of system, but Callie was able to get her hands there and got a great set to Lainey for the kill.
She's got a lot of strength in her hands.
It's another misread there, but you know, when it's coming right out of your head, it's a little hard sometimes to know that it's going out of bounds, especially like in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of just natural reaction there. It's a great pass by Lainey, great set.
And a kill. Hopefully the setter there's okay. She got hit a little bit.
That's a great in-system play for the Dukes.
Yeah.
The Dukes are 5 points away from going to state.
No pressure.
Come on.
Yeah, no pressure.
great set by number 16. She got that ball all the way out to the antenna, and number 10 was able to capitalize on that.
I'll say the one thing I've been noticing with Holy Name is a lot of their digs are really, really high, and that just goes to show all the power that our serves and hits are coming off of. Nice block there by Roslyn.
Got a tight set.
Point Dukes.
4 more. Let's go. That's a good hustle play by Holy Name, but a little bit just too chaotic to get back over the net there.
Yeah. Nice
Good
block
cover
there.
ball by number 16.
Nice.
Great
Kill
spot
by
for
Justine.
Yeah. It's a great spot.
It's always great to see her get a kill. All right, Duke's got 3 more.
To set up by Jackson. It's a nice
area.
spot for Danica. What a spot.
Yeah.
She's so impressive this game.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, like, the ball looks like it's going out. If I was, defending that ball, I'd be counting on
it's a
that
hard
line.
spot, especially when the other team's outside is kind of running over to our outside in order to get that tip. It leaves the libero to get all of that cross shot. So that's an amazing shot by Danica.
The Dukes are here and they're hungry. Nice. That just goes to show Danica has been such a key player in this game.
She's playing so smart. I mean, you've seen the last couple of her swings have been over to that tee shot. So that causes the libero on Holy Name to kind of cheat to her left a little bit more. So Danica hit it to her right this time in the corner. So she's been mixing it up.
Yeah.
She's been doing great.
And the Dukes are going to stay.
You see the coaches hugging down there.
Oh, yeah.
It's such an accomplishment to make it to state,
For
especially
sure.
being a public school. Typically, you only see those private
Yeah.
schools going down there, so it's just a huge accomplishment for the Dukes.
This shows their hard work and determination, and they were hungry. They want to go to state. They want to win state.
And to be back-to-back regional champions is
Oh,
no
yeah.
small feat in itself.
Yeah, amazing.
I know the bar is set really high for this team specifically, and they've done a great job of just battling all year long and getting to
sure.
this point, and then they're off to state.
Right.
Yeah, a huge shout out to both teams. This was a really good regional final game, really fun to watch.
For sure.
A lot of great players and a lot of competitive volleyball today,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
great
Holy
job to
Name-
both teams.
Yeah, they have a lot of athletes on their team, and they did a great job, but, just comes out to who can execute the best. So props to the Lady Dukes.
And I'm not certain exactly who, but I think it's either Shelby or Lakeview. The winner, whoever won today at 2 p.m., they'll be facing for the state semifinals down at Butler High School. So,
Yeah,
which is
interested to
interesting
see
because I
that.
thought last year they did both at Wright State, but
Yeah.
Oh, so the first
So
round
the
is not at Wright State?
no, the first round is
That's
not.
a little bit of a
It's
switch up.
at Butler, and then the finals will be
Looks
at
like
Wright State.
we got the
so-
Dukes about to blow some confetti here
Yeah.
to start celebrating. But yeah, super impressive season from the Dukes. I know they lost some really key seniors last year, but we got a lot of young girls willing to step up and fill those roles, and they're getting better and better every year, and I think that's just a huge testament to Coach Tortola and her coaching staff. Super dedicated coach, has been in it for a long time, but one thing I can say about her is that she really does love all of the girls, and she cares about them so much, and you know, she's super happy to have this huge success here.
For
so
sure. Yeah, I've always said my mom has multiple daughters. I'm her only real daughter by blood, but she has so many daughters throughout the years, and you know.
Yeah,
it's
she
amazing to see.
truly does care.
Yeah.
And you know, coaches have a large impact in young athletes' lives, so it's just really awesome to see like all of the hard work she's put into the program and all of the time she's spent.
And it's not something, you know, that just comes with these girls and these talents. I mean, it really is. I mean, they've won the league 8 years in a row.
Yep.
That's something that's unheard of, you know, and that we have the flags in the gym at Marlington, and just to see her filled up with sticker and year after year after year is just goes to show, you know, she's put so much time and effort into the game.
First for the
Very proud of her.
2024 regional runner-up, Holy Name. Ending on the awards is Rich Kozlov and Kim Luffman. Number 2. Number 1, Cindy Vieira.
And for a Holy Name, I know this is the end of their season, but it's nothing to really, you know, hang your head on. You come into the tournament 18th seed, 10 and 16. You battle all the way here to the regional finals. That's pretty impressive.
Huge accomplishment.
Yeah, these girls are phenomenal athletes. They didn't give up. They still fought for every single point, and they put a lot of, you know, effort into everything. So
Yeah, and you can tell this team has a lot of grit. I loved the hustle plays. You know, just very aggressive and very scrappy.
yes, yeah.
But yeah, it was a really fun game to watch, and you know, it's just a part of playing sports. You're not always going to win them all, but they made it a lot further in the tournament than some people probably thought they would.
Yeah.
So I think that's a huge accomplishment for them.
For sure.
Number 6, Hayden Wells. Number 7, Alyssa Forga. Number 8, Allison Orza. Number 10, Jim Pierre Krieger. Number 11, Kenzie Watson. Number 12, Reagan Favreau. And the captain, number 16, Cassandra Bauer. Also, 2 of the other players, Victoria Scheiben and Paige Gilmore.
I wonder if Holy Name has any girls that are going to play college anywhere.
Yeah, they got a couple of really good players.
For sure, yeah. Their setter was very
Yeah,
good.
very impressed with their setter. I feel like she could also be a libero too. She's very scrappy, very good at defense.
Yeah. They had a couple of good hitters. Her hair was good.
Assistant coach.
And like you guys said, I think this was a great match. I think this was a great matchup for Marlington because it's only going to get harder from here. So to have good competition throughout the tournament and not just sweep all your way through and have a little bit of adversity to kind of combat that and be able to keep pushing is a good thing. So.
Division 4 regional runner-up trophy for Parma Heights, Notre Dame.
You hear a big round of applause for them from all the fans, even from Marlington. It was a great game to watch.
Now to hand out the regional champion, Marlington News. Handing out the awards, the athletic director, Chad Hilliard.
And what an honor it must be to be the new athletic director at Marlington and to hand out the award to your daughter.
I know, at the district finals game when Chad was handing out the medals, him and Jackson hugged, and I almost wanted to cry. It was so sweet to see.
Number 4, Reese Hagan.
And I personally don't think a better person could have taken over at the athletic department than Chad Hilliard. I think they're a great family and just another cog in the wheel for the community of Marlington.
Yeah, for sure. It's always great to get really good people in.
Reagan Frank. Number 21, Ella Whitney-Solder.
I'm excited to see Jackson's little sister come up through the program. I heard she's already a baller.
She's so cute.
The youngest ones are always the best because
yeah.
they've been there since birth.
Yep. They've been in the gym so long.
That was me. Since I've been in 5th grade, I remember going to the gym all summer long with my mom. So.
Number 23, Callie Young. Number 5, Claire Battershaw. Number 17, Jackson Hilliard.
That's so sweet. So special.
Katie Graffis. And I missed number 10, Gianna Bogdanovich.
What phenomenal players. They've had such an incredible season, and I can't wait to see where they continue to go in the state games.
And the seniors have never lost an EBC match,
Yes.
which is impressive in itself.
Yes. The last time they lost an EBC match was my senior year in 2018.
That's crazy. You
That's
never,
my mom.
you never really see that.
Assistant coach.
I know, it's impressive.
Amy Coleman, assistant coach.
And again, huge shout out to the coaching staff for pushing the girls every day in practice. And there's so much more that goes on in this program that we don't see, such as the youth programs, the early morning practices, the late practices, everything. So just overall super impressive program.
Congrats, Dukes. And I'll tell you what, those girls, they want to go to practice. They never complain. They want to be there. They want to work.
And that's one thing I asked during the interview. I was like, eventually this is going to end. What are your plans? And they're like, oh, we're not even thinking about that. We're not even. That's not even a forefront in our thought process here.
Right. I mean, they've had talent for 8 years. That's 2 groups of, 4 years for each girls. I mean, there's constantly good girls that are coming up, and that starts from when they're young.
And Coach Tortola didn't just walk into a successful program.
No.
Like, this is truly all her hard work and all the time she spent with these girls.
Yeah. No, she took it over 2007, I think.
I don't even know. I think she was coaching when my sister was there. My sister graduated in 2016.
Yeah, she was there long before that too.
Yeah.
So I remember, like I said, we would go to practices. I was in 5th grade, and I would sit in the gym, and she's worked with these girls, and she's grown the program, and as well as, travel volleyball and JO. That's helped these girls immensely, and these girls want to come to things in the summer. They don't say, oh, I have an open gym, I have to go to a tournament. They want to go. They're there, and
you don't always have that too. So that's.
And another really great thing is the parents.
Yeah.
They spend so much money and time and effort putting into these girls, and their athletics, and it's really great to see the community and the parents and how far that they've helped get these girls as well.
And you oftentimes see parents coming back too.
Yeah.
That aren't really part of the program anymore, but continuing to show their support. Just shows, how much of an impact Coach Tortola has had on the families in Marlington and everyone involved with volleyball. So it's been really great to see, especially as an alumni.
Yeah.
Well, I saw some of the alumni up against this railing up here, the Evaniches who, have their own little family dynasty going on at Marlington. So it's always nice to see that, even though right now he doesn't have a daughter in the program, he's here on a Saturday instead of at home watching the Ohio State game, which, so that's a great, just another great thing about this community.
Yeah, I'm looking through the crowd. I see a few volleyball alumni. It's great to see.
Yeah, and you see that a lot with multiple families. I mean, my dad, he, before me and my sister started playing volleyball, we were mainly a basketball family until we switched. But yeah, my dad coaches the 6th grade boys basketball team every year, and he never stops talking about it. So he loves Marlington, and yep, he was at this game today. So we're glad we could come out and show our support. You can see the confetti.
Scared me.
They keep jumping because of the noises.
It's always fun to do that.
But yeah, very special moment down there for those players. And another one.
They got their trainer down there with them too.
He can't get his confetti thing to go off.
Don't worry, I'm sure on the car ride home it'll randomly go.
Right.
And
Right.
there'll be confetti all over the car.
Go Dukes.
Well, I thank you guys for coming on. I know this is not exactly what you expected. I know your mom probably didn't give you all the
Yeah,
detail,
yeah.
but I credit you for sticking it out and hanging out. You guys did a great job. I would say that all the viewers would think the same thing. You guys went way in depth. And it sounded like you guys have been doing this forever, so
No,
it's a great thing.
I think this is our first announcing
Yeah.
experience.
It for
so-
sure was, and it was fun. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
yeah, it was really fun.
Well, thank you for coming on. Congratulations to the Marlington Dukes for claiming another regional title.
Yeah.
We look forward to them going down to Butler, and hopefully they make it to Wright State and can battle for a state title. So.
That would be amazing. Yeah, well, thank you very much for having us. It was fun.
Yeah,
Yep, thank you.
Go Dukes.
Go Dukes.
And they'll take it over. Nice dig by Hilliard, and it's going to fly out of bounds. And the Dukes their second point here in the first set. Batter shall to serve. Nice serve, able to be returned. And they'll lob it over. Nice trick play there by the Dukes. And then they'll get Healy. He saved it by Edgewood. Nice save there. And they're going to set up for Charcel. Spike it. I think it's step. Good serve. She gave it across. Nice serve there. Conceal blocks for the spike. And it'll be 17-11. Big block there by the Dukes. Hilly, Young, Graffis, nice spike. And that'll be inbounds that time. Nice serve there. And tip back over. Hilliard to Charchon, and 24-14. Get that one out, Young. To Graffis. And that'll be a big spike. Front of her student section there. And it's up and over the seal. We'll dig that one out and we'll tip it over and hit the net. Dug out, Young back to Charchon for the spike, and the point, 20-5. Hit it up, and over to Graffis, and that's the game point there, 25-8 here. And we're back here, and here we go. Young to Charchon, and Conceal will be able to take that one out. Point will be awarded to the Duke. Charchon and Young over to Graffis, and not able to dig that one out. As Conceal goes rolling across the floor there. Make it 17-9. And she does. Hilliard to Young to Graffis, big spike there. Yes, sir. Get it across and nice tap over there by Graffis, and the Dukes will.
Well, we definitely want to go back to Alliance.